What's happening, everybody? Good morning. Hope you all made it through the night safely. Another day of chaos. So let's see what the cards have to say for us today. What do the cards have for everything that's going on in this country? What is some knowledge, wisdom, and guidance for the collective? You know, this was so much funner when I was doing this, and it was just really about, a virus, a pandemic, not necessarily about the leader of the free world acting like a child and then using excessive force on protesters so he can take a picture of himself that is pretty much the same exact picture that was created many years ago. So, interesting time we're living in. Who would have thought that day one of the card pool, that by day 78, we would be in the midst of riots? I really didn't think the riots were coming until like August. My timeline is a little bit off. So, here we are. The new world keeps getting stranger and stranger. Let's see what the sacred rebels have for us today. Knowledge, wisdom, and guidance for the collective. What do the rebels have? Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Maybe we're being asked to move beyond the mind, tap into the heart. Let's see what the book has to say. Let's see what the book has to say. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of the mind, it can be difficult to remember that the subtle sanctuary lies within. Yet it is always there. Breathe the careless activity. There is an endless vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside the theme. Some might call it eternity. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what to do, and you know what is true. Deep within, you know what to do and what is true. Heidi, you did make it. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. I think that's the best thing for all of us right now. Beyond the heart, the mind beats, and you're being asked to trust what you feel. What do you feel? Not what does anybody else feel. Not what does the news want you to feel. Not what does that anybody else. What does anybody else make you feel? I'm trying to curb myself so I don't yell at the people that I want to yell at, mostly the president. But you got to listen to your heart and know what you feel. And trust what you feel. And if you truly feel that all the shit that is going on in the world is not right, then what could you do about it? You don't have to go protest, you don't have to go riot, but what can you do? What can you change within your life to try to make this world a better place? Gandhi, remember him? Be the change that you want to see in the world. So what can you do? How can you change? How can you move in that direction? How can you move beyond the mind? Move beyond the mind and tap into the little brain that resides within your heart. And then get the brain and mind into coherence and move with that. Because right now we're all moving from we're all moving from elevated states of emotion, but those emotions aren't good emotions. They're angry and they're pissed off. We need to be moving from an elevated space of love and kindness. Even when we don't want to love the dumbass, we need to love the dumbass. Because we are the dumbass as well. So, angels and ancestors, what do you have? Some knowledge, wisdom, and guidance to help us out with this chaos. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. What do the angels and ancestors have for us? Beyond the mind, the heart beats. We've got the snake. Shed your old skin. Shed your old skin. Shed your old skin. And maybe by shedding your old skin, you're deciding that it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to say something. Good morning, Wendy. Move beyond the mind. Connect to the brain within the heart. Shed your old skin. Let all of the old go, so you can create the new. But you gotta let go of the old. All of it. Not just some of it. All of it. Very, very stuffy today. The allergies just got me. So, move beyond the mind. Shed your old skin. Keepers of the light, what do you got for us today for some knowledge, wisdom, and guidance? What do you have for us? Knowledge, wisdom, and guidance to help us move beyond the mind, connect to the heart, shed the old skin, move from a space of love. But, we also have to be open and realize all the things that are around us. We can't just blindly say move from love, because if you're just saying move from love without putting any action into that statement, move from love, you're not doing anything. You're just using that statement of let's move from love as like a security blanket, because you can't say what you actually want to say. So, shed the old skin, move from the heart. Angels and ancestors, keepers of the light. Keepers of the light, what do you have for us? Keepers of the light, keepers of the light. Yes, the country is definitely shedding its old skin. Hopefully we can all realize that big, what shall we call it? That big skin tag that we need to shed. That big orange skin tag. And I'll just leave it at that. All right. Keepers of the light, what do you got? Knowledge, wisdom, and guidance for the collective. Move beyond the heart. Shed the skin of the old. Let go of what is no longer serving us. Give us all some strength and courage to step into the light. What do the keepers of the light have for us? Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Speak your truth. I'm happy you like that one, Cindy. So at the beginning of all of this, the beginning of the card read 78 days ago, Joan of Arc came out. I think Joan of Arc came out on the first day. And here we are 78 days later. How many people are even thinking about the virus anymore? We moved on to the next already. But can you stand strong? Can you speak your truth? Can you really speak your truth and not just put a black image on your Instagram page? That's cool, but really aren't we just stealing that from the Fire Festival when they put orange blocks on their Instagram page? I mean, sometimes I think the way of getting people involved is a little asinine, but that's just me. And again, these are all just my interpretations. Put the black box out there. Do what you feel you need to do, but can you actually speak your truth? Can you shed the old skin of being afraid to speak your truth? Can you speak with love and kindness from your heart? Speak your truth. Stand strong. Be the voice of truth. Because how many people out there are just clueless because they've just been fed the propaganda their whole lives and they don't even know how to think for themselves. Sometimes we have to move from that space of love, move from heart. Remind everyone it's time to shed the old skin and it's time to speak your truth. Be the voice of truth. Speak up. Speak up. I love the jumpers. So quick, too. So we have the garden and the gate. They get the garden and the gate a lot. We're being asked right here. Yes, focus on kindness, Heidi. But you don't have to be an asshole and speak your truth. You don't have to be a pushover and speak your truth. Be kind. So the garden and the gate. And this is all great. You know, if we move beyond the mind, focus on the heart, what the heart is saying. Shed the old skin. Speak your truth. We do have this opportunity. So many people are waking up. You've probably seen it. The Great Awakening. It's happening. It is. and all of the goodness is on the other side of that gate, can we actually maintain to get to the other side of the gate? Could we not lose our shit before November to get to the other side of the gate? Because that's what we have to do. We can't let the country literally collapse upon itself rolling into November. We still have a whole summer. It's not even summer yet. We have a whole season of really hot, humid, sticky weather, and we need to make it through so we can get into the garden, so we can get to the other side. But it's going to be tricky. It's going to be really tricky. Because shit, if the civil unrest is happening already and it's only June 2nd, what's going to happen on an August day when it's 108 degrees and humidity is crazy? We'll be able to move beyond the mind and move from our heart. That's what we need to do. We need to do this so we can get into that beautiful garden, so we can get into that beautiful space. And eclipse season starts Friday. How great is that? Eclipse season, we're in retrograde season. Obviously, we literally, the whole country is being asked to look at everything that has happened in our past, to reevaluate everything that has happened, everything that we did not address the way that we should have addressed. And it's all coming up again. And everything that's happening with Pluto. I don't know all of the stuff. Follow Natalie. Natalie Levin puts all of the good things out. She will fill you in on the planets and all of that shit. But a lot of shit is happening in the planet and the stars that has not happened in a really, really long time. And we need to stay strong. Move beyond the head. Move from your heart. Shed your old skin. I think I just caught a mouse. Become the voice of truth. And then we can step into the garden. Don't you want to step into the garden? Come sit in the garden with me. Come join me in the garden. And we'll drink some coffee. Thank you all for being here with me today. Stay safe, my friends. Be kind. Move from your heart. Be kind to everyone. Even the people you don't want to be kind to. Be kind to them because really they are screaming out for love. That's what's happening. All the shit that's happening is people screaming out for love. Everybody wants to be loved. So just love. Love yourself. Start with you. You be the change that you want to see in the world. That's it. That's all we can do. Stay safe, my friends. Don't let the media scare you. Don't let the media push the agenda of race wars and race riots. It is just the media trying to scare you. Let it all go. You're all safe. You're all taken care of. You're all protected. And again, this is just a meat suit holding on to our soul. You're an eternal being. Embrace it. Move from your heart. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Stay safe. Yes, and what Heidi just said. Vote. If you didn't vote by mail like I did, go out and vote. Vote, 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 vote. Thank you. Now have a great day. Drink some coffee. Vote. Be kind. And do something sweet for yourself today.